pierced, if the shank is cut, right, or the testicles are removed. So we left off over here. The Masnisa Tona. It's right before the two dots. Nema lo yovav tzuadako. You hear it? The Masnisa Tona. It's about, where the narrow lines are, about 8 lines up. Masnisa Tona. Nema lo yovav tzuadako. Nema lo yovav mamzer malal bosamoka. We said that. Yeah. Yeah, we'll stop him. It says lo yovav tzuadaka. It says nema lo yovav mamzer. Because there was a question: where exactly is the injury? Is it? Remember, we said, is it in the head, or is it in the male organ? So we said that it says lo yovav tzuadaka nema lo yovav mamzer malal bosamoka. Now, how do you have a mamzer? It's illicit sexual relation. So just as it applies to the sexual organ, avkam bosamokum. So here also it's relating to what? To the sexual organ. Nikev lamata mi'atoro. It was pierced. It was pierced below the, what they call the corona, below the crown of the organ. Sovar barabo lachrei. Yep. Excuse me. If it was, the hole was beneath that Torah, sheknegdo lamala me'atorah. What is that case exactly? Besofagid klapi karka. Hanekev balachson yotze knegdo lamala me'atorah klapi aguf. Here, the hole starts on top of the penis, and it goes below the rim, closer to the body. Hove in shnei roshi hanekev lamala me'atorah. The whole lamati me'atorah bosa ba'almahu. Kedetonu masli in the shtar me'atorah malichut kosher atorah shur gavoar ba'keves. So what happened over here? You had a hole on top of the crown of the penis, and it went lamata me'atorah. Atorah is the rim. The rim of the penis, like below the crown, you have a rim, right? The rim of the penis. Lamata me'atorah, sheknegdo lamal me'atorah. Sover abchia bar abba lachshurei. How far down did the hole go? Did it go? It says it went lamata me'atorah. 1 second. Lamata me'atorah. No. Holech nekev b'achshav yotze connect l'mala min haTorah klapi aguf. But again, it did not go beneath the rim. It didn't reach the shank, the hole. So he said he wanted to say he's not a psuadaka. He wanted to validate the person. Omer Ravasi Akochi Omer Shel haTorah koshu imakeves. What's that koshu imakeves? Masisin hi va'akrisa koi pirish krushovcha v'lo psuadaka. So what did he say? So what would he say? What? So he said, Ravasi said, in the name of Atorah koshihi ma'kevis. What does that mean? That as long as you have any part of the Atorah there is ma'kevis. What is ma'kevis? In the positive or the negative? How does he interpret it?
It says, it's sufficient. It's good.
It's good, which means as long as it's not below the rim, even though it's a minuscule amount of rim, the person is not considered damaged. Yosef Ravino Kamabili Moli Chuta Sheomru Alpnei Kulo Alpnei Ruba. Interesting. When we're saying that, as long as there's a little bit, even a strand of the rim of the penis left of the crown, does it have to be fully around, or let's say even on one side it's attached? Let's say it's cut all the way through on all sides, just on one side it's still attached. Is that sufficient that he's not considered a tsuadaka? Right? So that was the question. Alpnei kula, alpnei ruba. Omalei rova tosefto l'ravina molei chut alpnei ruba. Uklabi ratio. It has to be the majority. The majority. Right? The question is, does it have to be fully intact, or it has to be mostly intact? So he answered to Ravina Molichot Apnei Ruba, Klapi ratio. Tzara Guf Nishtar Moli Hasar Alpnei Rov Hekefu. Al Nechtro Klapi Aguf Nishtar Moli Chut Min HaTorah Alpnei Hekef. Kol Agid Betzido Klapi Karka Posul. Omer Afuna Kekumis Ksheiro. Kechitus Kumish Shemachtatchin Eschudo Balachson Lichtovbo. You know what happens? Let's say a person, when you ever see the tip of a quill, it's cut like on a diagonal, and then you have the point in the center. On the side, it's cut. Let's say a person, the tip of his penis is sliced to the side, so the other, and it's sliced.
Okay.
So you have the tip,
Right.
but the sides are cut. But it doesn't go beneath the. But that's what happened to him. That was the nature of the injury. Kosher. Kimarzev posul. But if it's like a marzev, v'yeshba defanos b'beis stodim kach be'emtza kimitzinor, meaning like this. Let's say it's like a gutter. I mean, the other one, it's sliced off, so one side is fully intact. Here, you have two sides, the center is missing. The center is missing.
So the urethra is out, so you don't have.
Look, don't get so technical over here, the urethra. He's becoming a medical expert over here. He's reading from the bottom. Here, what I see happened. The center, the two sides of there are there. The front, it's cut out, and back, and the center is removed. He's puzzled. Okay? Why? See, he says, if it's cut, we're on a diagonal, so the fact is, the part that remains is fully enclosed. Here, even though you have the sides, but since the center is exposed to the air fully, ultimately, he's considered a damaged person. He's going to be affected. Here, because it's exposed to the air, so then he becomes impotent as a result of this. Rav Chisda argues. He says even if it's kikumas psul, just the opposite. Why hagorier hologorier? What's the hagorier? Gorier shifazer min aguf v'shastash mazriya. Because factually, the sperm comes out differently. The sperm will come out normally if you have it on the sides, but if it's sliced to the side, it's not going to come out normally. Omer Rava Kavosid Rav Huna Mistavro. He says, Rava says Rav Huna's position is more logical. Hailo sholet ba'aviro, hay sholet ba'aviro. Because it's exposed to the air, the sperm will never come out. Imishum grei ruso, midi dava barzo the chaviso. He says, if you're concerned about the sperm's going to come out, he says it's no different than putting a spigot into a barrel. Meaning there's enough pressure there because the penis is not open. It's totally closed on one side, so the pressure will allow the sperm to come out normally. We rule halacha whether the penis is damaged. It's shaped like a tip of a quill, or like a marzev, like a gutter. It's kosher. He says the question is, where is it? Is it above the atorah, meaning above the rim, or even it goes into the rim? The rim has to be fully intact. He says, of course, it means only above the rim, meaning away from the body. Because once it goes beneath the atorah, if the shank is cut to any degree, he's already a krushavcha. Ravino l'shabusha lemaremu hu deboy. This is what, okay? This is, Rav Zusha said, right? He's a Ravino l'shabusha lemaremu hu deboy. Lady mechuda tu lahashav al sheiloso. He wanted to see if he knows knows the information. Who of the davi masa mechasio? Hear this? There was an incident in masa mechasio. Shafya mar barvashki kukumis va'achsharek. Yeah, meaning the person had a deformity. This comes up today. Richie Schlosser does the surgery on pediatric surgery on children, where the tip of the penis is not shaped correct. So he has to do reconstructive surgery. So the question is, if initially it's not right, and surgically you right it, Meaning originally it was damaged, and he shaved the flesh that it should be like a kulmis. It should be like the tip of a quill. You know? Wait, that was the question. Shavi Marber Rashi Kulmis Vachshrei. And he validated it because we said kulmis. It's even though initially it wasn't that. He had to like reshape it. It should be that way. Uvda da pumpediso is tatim gufso de shikvaziro. Meaning the tube that where the sperm comes out of was sealed, was blocked. There was a ba'apik mokum kitanim. Ba'apik mokum kitanim. What happened? You know, inside, you know, in the penis, there's where the channels for the urine and for the sperm, they run on two different channels. So what happened was that because the channel where the sperm goes was blocked, and the sperm came out of the channel which the urine normally flows. Norman, you hear the story. You have the picture, Howard. Yeah, well, tell me the picture.
But you said you have two channels coming out through the penis.
No, they don't come out in the penis.
Right.
The sperm, they're right on top of one another.
Right.
So one, yeah.
The blockage is the one that discharges the semen.
And it was forced into the one that the urine. So that's what happened. What?
Yeah. Okay. We will talk.
Yeah. Speaks like a medical expert. Okay. Sovma Rabibi Barabai Lachshuri says it's valid. He's not considered a damaged person. On Papi Mishum the Osum. So Rapapi says so. Rabbi Barabai said he want validated. Now Abaye, who was Abaye, was from the family of Eli Cohen. Listening? Eli Cohen, the Gemara says that all his family they passed away at a young age. Right? Abaye lived till he was 60. Rava lived only till he was 40 because they were from Eli's family. So they come from a cut-off family. So he said, because Rabibi is the son of Bayik, said the man is a valid Jew. So Rapabi says, Omra Papi, Aleph, Mishum da Aisisu, Mimuloi, Amrisu Milu Mulaiso. Yeah? Because you come from a family that's like a tragic type family, so you say tragic, your position is a tragic position, meaning it's unacceptable. Why? Because the sperm, even though it's coming out of the penis, but since it's not coming out on its track, so therefore it doesn't form properly. Therefore, there's no way a woman could conceive from this kind of sperm. That's what he said. Omer Rav Yehuda Mishmuel Nike v'nistam. Yeah, what happens initially? There was a hole, and the hole was sealed. Kol shilo nikri v'nikra posel. V'lav kosher havabo. Shenistam cholshu ve'nikra roim im godul kokach shem nikri o ish has a nikra u'marchiv ha'nekev ma'chus doicher azer shemesasik posel. You know what happens? He has a tiny hole. So let's say when the sperm comes, the hole gets wider, right? You have to have pressure in the organ for the zera to come out through the front. But if the hole's a hole that as the pressure builds, it's going to start leaking out of that hole, that means it's not going to happen. So he says you have to see if, when actually he gets the erection and the sperm's going to come, if the hole gets bigger, then he's puzzled. But if it's able to maintain its pressure, that it should come out naturally from the front, then he's a kosher Jew. Okay? Rava Vilav kosher. Hava bar Rava hecho. Now, Rava asked the question, where was the hole? If it was below the Atorah, right, meaning towards, away from the body, even if it's cut, would be the same discussion. Elo ba'Torah, we're speaking about where was the hole? It was in the rim itself. It was the rim of the penis. It's not the tip of the penis, it's the rim. Itmanami Omer Rav Mori, Bar Mar, Omer Marukva, Omer Shmuel, Nike ba'Torah atzmo v'nistam. You had the hole in the Atorah, meaning the rim that goes around the crown of the penis. Vinistam. Then it was sealed. Kol she'ilu nikri v'nikra posel. So in that case, if it leaks out from there, it's posel. V'imlav kosher. So if it's the top of the penis, there's a hole. It's not a problem, because the top of the penis, that tissue has no relevance to the pressure of the penis itself. But if it's in the rim which holds it, that's that. There, the hole, then it makes a difference, because that's the top of the shank. The question is today if they could, let's say, they could repair the person surgically, right? Surgically repair, seemingly from here. I'm not sure. Because here we're talking about, because it seems before when he shaved the tip of the penis when there was an injury and he shaved it, that it should be like the point of a quill, and because he could shave it, it'd be like the point of a quill. Therefore, he validated it. It seemed if he wouldn't have shaved it, he would be a pseudaka. See, over there, you see, surgically you could correct something. It seems from the Gemara you could correct it. Not sure.
They're saying they're opening a different, they're ripping open, the term you use, and would rip open. Does that mean that they would, if an opening was sealed, that they could surgically open it?
No. We're talking about something else. This is to invalidate him.
I understand, but if it was closed, we're talking now.
No, a person has a blockage is not a problem. They open the blockages, for sure it's not a problem.
So like a tum-tum, what you could do.
No, tum-tum is something else. Tum-tum is the outer part. There's nothing wrong with the organ. The organ is covered. Here the organ is damaged. A tum-tum is not a pseudaka.
Right, but we're saying that if it's covered, we can surgically open it up.
That's not a problem. Why not?
I'm just asking.
Here we're discussing a whole different discussion here.
If you had a situation where the tip of the corona was blocked, you could surgically open it and he would be a valid person. Is that correct?
A person has a stone, and the stone blocks, and you remove the stone. Is
valid.
It's not even the question is valid. Here we're talking about the organ is damaged.
Yes, right. Yeah. Right.
It's not a seal. The hole was never big enough that it's a problem. Yeah. So that means, see, here we're talking, initially he wasn't. Yeah. We're determining he has a hole, which is an injury. So the question is, if the hole is small enough that even if there's pressure, the semen will not leak out from there. So it's valid. So that means it's not a problem. We're talking about something else. There was a problem, and you surgically repaired the problem. No, that was our question. Yeah. So once he already assumed the status of pseudaka, right. And now could you reinstate him to a normal status? That was my question I asked. That was the question I asked, right? Okay. So from any of the Gemara we just had now, you see nothing. I'm saying from the Gemara before, I'm saying seemingly you could. Yeah. What's the proof? For the case of the quill. Yeah. Because it says when he shaved his quill, and that's why he validated it. So it could be there it's different. Because there, it's not something he sewed, he sealed something. He had to shape it. So therefore, initially, because since it was correctable by just shaving it in a certain shape, therefore was able to maintain himself. Could be over there, it's not that he had it was a defect. You understand? He had an injury. So it depends how you deal with the injury. Since it could be shaved, that injury doesn't render him a pseudaka. But let's say it's an injury which does, and you have to repair it. It's a repair. Maybe they can't. Once he's a pseudaka, he's a pseudaka. He doesn't lose the status of pseudaka. No, if it heals naturally, it's not a question. We're talking about we have to do an external procedure. It doesn't happen naturally. Right. Exactly. Right. That's my question. So I'm not sure. It's interesting. We had a case before. A person, he climbed a tree and he had his testicles pierced. So they said, but you see, he had children. Shmuel says, you better check. It's not his children. But if you tell me you could repair these things, right? So firstly, he had children. So seemingly, once that evidently there's no repair. No repair could be done. If the testicle is pierced, that's not something you could repair. Mm-hmm. And he says the person cannot have children. Okay. Sholach me Rabba Breidu Rabba Rav Yosef Ilamdeinu Rabbeinu Eiche Avdinon. Yeah. how do you deal with these issues? He says, now we have the case over here. We said if you have a hole, if the penis is able to maintain the sperm, that it should come out naturally, then he's not damaged, right? But if it goes through the side, then it's a problem. He says, how do you do the test? You have to test them, right? You take hot bread made of barley grain, and you put it, what's abe pukri? Nekev beisarei, no, you put it on the anus, and that causes it to discharge, and we see exactly what happens. Does it come out naturally, or doesn't come out naturally? Right? It's interesting, They do it today. They do the same thing. They do certain things today. How do when they want to test for certain things, they take a heating pad or something, and they do the same thing, and that causes certain things to happen, and the urologist or the surgeon is able to test certain things. Abaye, Otu Kula Alma, is everybody like Yaakov Nirsibe Kochi Rashis only? Shall carry me Yomov? No, he's asking like this. We have to resort to this, because what did she have? What are we talking about? The person's a tzaddik. Let him be aroused.
Right.
So what do you have to come with this hot bread over here? That's the Morris question, right? You take him by a woman's colored garments, and what happens? And as a result of that, he gets aroused, and that's how he'll have the discharge, the seminal discharge. Is everybody Barzili who's, we talk about, he gets aroused so easily. I mean, you really have to be somebody who has a certain kind of mind that should really set you off, that a person should get an erection, that he should actually have a discharge. He should ejaculate just on that. Shot of bezimo hoyo. Siv im yitam avducho avamir b'sach Shabbos perko shoel. Shot bezimo hoyo. Lefi chofzo zikno. Therefore, you have to do that. You have to take this hot. Yeah. It's interesting. I mean, the whole thing I don't get. I mean, what, a person can't masturbate? Let him masturbate.
Here they're saying no because it's a right sense. Here they're saying that.
This is only causality.
Right.
That's what I was just going to say. Right. Meaning, by putting the bread, that's causality. By seeing something coming aroused, that's causality. So either one doesn't work. So so therefore we say going back to the bread,
Right.
because big ditzavonim, you really have to be steeped in promiscuity.
Right.
That any little thing will set you off.
Right.
Toner Rabbanim Nikei Posel Neishu Shoses. Nistam Koshem Neishu Molded. If a person has a hole, the question is where the hole. We said before, if the hole is in the shank, for sure. And if it's the rim, we said also. Because then he's able to father a child. If not, he can't. It just the sperm just pours out of him. And this is an invalidation that reinstates him. Yeah, this is what we're discussing. Person originally, it was open, and the sperm did not come out normally. Then it became sealed. The hole became sealed, so we say, this case, he's reinstated to a kosher status. What does that come to exclude? The mute krum she'ola machmes mako. Yeah? Bria ve'eno grish. Bria de'eno krum. Machmas mako bria de'eno krum. What happens if you have a scab? It's scabbed over. It doesn't naturally heal. It's scabbed. A scab is only temporary. It's like a Band-Aid. So he really has the defect. He has the injury. Therefore, he retains the status of what? This is the whole concept of a lesion on the lung. Why is an animal, if you find a lesion, why is the animal treifa? Because if you find that mucus, it's called like a mucus plug, really there's a hole there. The mucus plug just is plugging it. So it's a hole with a plug in it. We're saying over here that if you have a scab means you have something underneath, you have the hole. The scab is just scabbed over. But ultimately it's going to open up again. But if it heals, so that it's truly healed, the hole's not there any longer. Shalcher Ravidi Barovin Labai Hechavdinon, Mycina Sarosa Umsartinon Leg, Mycina Tarbav Shaifina, Mycina Shumshumot Gamlo, Machtinon Lay, or Paskinon Lay. Okay.